Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, The Crafty Quinn. My name is Megan and today I have for you some super easy gingerbread crafts that anyone can make no matter your crafting skills, and these don't even require a Cricut. So without further ado, let's get on to these DIYs. DIY number 1. This is a small wooden shadow box that I found at Michael's, and it was actually 99 cents, so cheaper than Dollar Tree if you can believe it. So first we are going to paint this box with some white Waverly chalk paint, but use whatever chalk paint you would like, or just regular paint. Next I am staining this teeny tiny gingerbread man that I got from Dollar Tree. This came in a multi-pack and I got these last year, but these should be back this year. I have not seen too many Dollar Tree Christmas items out just yet in my stores anyway. Maybe you're starting to see some in yours, but these gingerbread last year were definitely a hit, so be sure to look out for them again this year. So I'm using some puffy paint. I got this at Michael's, and this we're just going to kind of trace an outline, and we're going to kind of make sleeves on the gingerbread man, make a little face, and the gingerbread will start to come to life. So I'm taking some green puffy paint as well. So definitely you're going to need puffy paint. I used a lot of it for my gingerbread in these crafts, but I don't know, I just really felt like the puffy paint was really what brought the gingerbread people to life. So I did attempt to draw a smiley face on this. Did not go quite as well because I had to snip off the end of the white puffy paint, so it definitely does not allow me to make skinny lines anymore on that one. So next I am just freehand writing out "oh snap" on this wooden shadow box, and I would have loved to have like snapped the leg off of like the gingerbread man to go with the "oh snap" theme, but these were really hard to cut and I couldn't cut these, so I just thought, you know what, it still looks cute if I just write "oh snap" next to it. So I'm using a red puffy paint also from Michael's. I don't know why it's coming out like looking like pink in the video, but I swear it is a red color puffy paint. So here is the "oh snap." I feel like I redid this a bunch of times. You know, I kept going back fixing the letters, and then I made one part thick and I had to go back and fix the rest of it. So by the time I was done with writing "oh snap," it looks a lot different than what you see here. But that's because I kept messing up and I just had to keep going back and fixing it. So here I'm just painting the entire outside of the shadow box with crimson from Waverly. And then next I'm just kind of layering some ribbon. This is all Dollar Tree ribbon except for the red and the white crinkly pieces. Those were also from, actually no, those were from Walmart. So I love to do this, I love to layer it, and all of this is going to go nicely onto our project. So sometimes I will hot glue down the ribbon layers, other times I will just let them, you know, kind of do their own thing, just whatever I'm feeling in the moment. So for this, I felt like they needed to be glued down, I guess. So the red doesn't exactly match, you know, all of the reds that I have so far, but you know what, I really felt like it was cute because it kind of made things stand out a bit in the corner there. So we are not quite done with this sign just yet. There is one final step. I decided to add little dots of white puffy paint, and at first when I started doing that I thought maybe this could look like snow, and then the longer I was making those dots, I was like, you know what, it kind of looks like icing, and the "oh snap" kind of looks like icing, so you know, that is what we're gonna go for. So I just love this miniature sign and the final result, which you will see in a second. So here is the end result, and It is so tiny, I feel like it would be absolutely perfect for a tiered tray. DIY number 2. So this was super fun. You may recognize this if you're a regular Dollar Tree shopper, but this is one of Dollar Tree's newer pieces, and it did have the letters home inside of this ladder, and I took those out using a hairdryer, and I just melted down the glue that was holding down those letters in place, and it was not fun. So I did a lot of that off camera because it was just so messy. So I am actually going to paint this entire ladder, this natural wood ladder. I'm painting it the crimson color that I used earlier in the video, which is by Waverly, and now I'm using a white chalk paint by Waverly, and I'm using a stencil brush to kind of dry brush over this. And I thought, you know, maybe it'll look kind of like a snowy kind of look, but I just felt like the red was just too red. And these I don't know what material these are made out of, but the gingerbread people over here in the top right corner of the screen, those are from Michael's. I found them in a 4-pack. So those are at Michael's right now. I just got them, and I don't know what material they're in, but they are like, I mean, there's absolutely no weight to them at all. So some kind of foam piece, because yeah, they weigh absolutely nothing. I will say though that you may have to go and fix the icing, so to speak, on these gingerbread men, but I just love how realistic they look, and they really truly look like gingerbread cookies. So I got them at Michael's, and I also had like a 20% off coupon, and I used it for these. So we are almost done here with our ladder. And here's what it looks like when it's finished. We are just going to hot glue down these gingerbread people to this ladder. And they definitely stay in place nicely. Next, I'm taking this greenery from Dollar Tree. I tied some jute twine on the ends of this greenery from Dollar Tree, and I don't know, I just felt like it looked good on the end of this, because otherwise there was like a sharp metal piece sticking out when I cut off this twig from the, I guess, branches. So I wanted to cover that up, make it look prettier, and then I ended up doing it to the other greenery as well. So for now we are just going to fix the icing that is on each gingerbread person. So yeah, it was definitely fading, and I wanted to brighten and liven things up a bit. So I did that to both. It's not going to look amazing, it's not going to look perfect, but you know, that's what I love about this craft theme. You can just be as campy and kitschy as you want. So we are almost done with this craft. So that definitely came out much better. And definitely the paint is standing out. So I added one more little greenery sprig, whatever you want to call it, to this ladder. Hot glue is all you need to hold this in place. And also what was great about adding the jute twine at the edge of this sprig was that it held it better to the ladder. It had something more substantial to hold on to hold it in place. Then I added just a lace bow at the top right corner. I love how kind of in a way it looks kind of rustic and vintage, and this was definitely one of my favorites from today. So I love these greenery from Dollar Tree. When I bought them the other day, they were still ringing up as $1. So I don't know why some of their greenery is ringing up as $1.25, and then others are not. So this is a pretty hazelnut color that I'm painting these teeny tiny gingerbread people. So this is Hazelnut by Waverly. I just found this at Walmart like a day or two ago, so absolutely loved this color for our gingerbread people. So we are going to do something similar that I just showed you in an earlier craft here, and we are just kind of drawing the outlines. I just kind of started by drawing the eyes first and kind of trying to plan where I wanted them, and then kind of going back and figuring out how I wanted to do the smile, because that was definitely giving me trouble. So I wasn't, chomping at the bit to draw the smiles on these just yet. I had to figure it out first. So yeah, some look like they're smiling, and then some look like it's like a half smile. But it's okay. It's all good. So we are doing many different designs here. So we have one that has the all white puffy paint on it, and then we're going to do some with like a mix of the green and the white and the red. And that is what is so fun about making these. I love doing the different color combinations. And it's just really looking like Christmas. I don't know about you guys, but I love to have gingerbread every Christmas. I don't know if there's something that you guys like to have every Christmas. What is your favorite Christmas treat? If you have one. But yeah, leave me a comment down below which is your favorite. So we are almost done. I did some green buttons on this, and then one last color combo. So this was a really fun, I got to be really creative with this craft, and you'll see why in a couple of minutes, but well, in a minute or two. But what was great about this is I had to really think outside of the box to come up with this one item for this DIY craft, whatever you want to call it. So we are gluing these down, and what's great about this little metal tray that is from Dollar Tree, just like these tiny little gingerbread people. So this is all from Dollar Tree, but what's awesome is that it kind of looks like a miniature cookie tray, cookie sheet. So that is the look we're going for here. We want to make this look like these just came out of the oven, and we decorated them and everything. So I left a tiny bit of space, and you'll see why. So here I wanted to draw, I don't know, have a spatula of some sort, and so anybody can do this. Just take a piece of cardboard, just kind of draw a spatula, and it has to be teeny tiny to fit in the corner there, but it is just such a simple concept that, anyone can do this if you are thinking you want to make something, kitchen themed here. So I just drew a teeny tiny spatula, and when I was making this, it reminded me of the Tiny Chef. I don't know if anybody follows Tiny Chef on TikTok or Instagram, but it just reminded me of that. So if you haven't seen the Tiny Chef, go look that up. It's so cute, you won't be disappointed. So yes, I use my X-Acto knife to draw kind of like the slits in this spatula, and I just thought it was perfect for these gingerbread cookies. Sorry if you hear any snoring. My dog is currently having a doggy dream. She's right underneath my feet, just snoring away. So after I've cut out all of the slits, we are going to take some aluminum foil, and we are going to cover up this spatula to make it look like it's truly a metal spatula. Just cardboard and aluminum foil. I mean, how easy is that? and then I just took some scissors and I just cut off the excess. So you can leave your cardboard brown. I painted the little cardboard handle of the spatula just a silver color, just to, I don't know, match, I guess, what's in my kitchen. But yeah, you can totally make one, or you can go to the, you know, little like toy section of Dollar Tree and look for a little spatula there, or you can make one like I did. So this is a mitten that is in one of Dollar Tree's tiny little wood cutouts. They have different packs of these, and they're mixed in with like present shapes or like candy cane wood shapes, and it's in like a multi-pack of that. So I decided to take that and just paint it completely red so that it would look like an oven mitt. So no longer a mitten, but an oven mitt. And what was great about this wood cutout is it did kind of already have a quilted look about it. So next we're just going to hot glue those two down, and that's really all this craft needs. We are done. And I thought this is another cute little kind of mini item that I thought would be great for a tiered tray with our shadow box sign. And here's the end result. So cute and super easy. So, DIY number 4, we are making a sign. Now, before I show you this sign, I just have to point out that when I make a lot of front door signs, I kind of have a little fun twist on them. I don't like to make them, you know, so cutesy, but I like to kind of have them look cute and draw you in, and then say something spicy. So I don't know if you guys have seen my bee crafts video, but I made the sign say "buzz off." And the reason I did that is because we have a lot of solicitors. So now we're going to make a Christmas version of that, so to speak. So this is a wood round from Dollar Tree. Is a very, very large wood round, actually. And so we are just going to paint the whole thing with white chalk paint. Use whatever chalk paint you desire, but we are going to use this because I felt like it was a good background color to have when I Mod Podge this fabric that I found at Walmart over top of it. So I just felt like it was definitely a great background. So I'm just using a sponge, and I'm just kind of going section by section with my Mod Podge. I'm using matte Mod Podge, and I'm just kind of starting over here on the left, and kind of so I'm laying it down, and it's mostly sticking, but pretty much after I lay down a section and I'm Mod Podging a section, I'm going over and grabbing my hair dryer and just hair drying over that, which you don't see here. I did that off screen because I had to plug in my hair dryer elsewhere. I needed another outlet, and I didn't have an outlet near me, so I was literally walking over, hair drying the Mod Podge, and coming back, and then, you know, each section. So yeah, that is why that's not on film. So I also grabbed these stencils from Walmart. They are just they're actually over right above the Waverly chalk paint in my Walmart, so that's where I found them. But these are not Waverly stencils. So these are just kind of regular cardboard letter stencils, and each letter is supposed to have some kind of, like, I don't know, slit or something in it, but I didn't like that, so I kind of went back and I fixed every letter to make it look like the way I wanted. So, you know, to each their own. But I don't know. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of these cardboard stencils. I normally like to use kind of like reusable, you know, adhesive stencils, but I've never actually tried Chalk Couture, but maybe I will eventually. So I'm using more of that hazelnut Waverly chalk paint for a couple more tiny gingerbread people. And by the way, I did go to Amazon and look for some gingerbread people, like wood cutouts, And so I did link to that below if you're looking for some. I couldn't find any as tiny as these, but I did find that some that are just maybe just a few inches tall. So I have a link to some wooden gingerbread cutouts down below in the description of this video if you want to check those out and see if they're something you can use for your project when you make some gingerbread projects. So we made a couple more gingerbread people, and I felt like these fit kind of perfectly in between each side of bite me. See, this is, I thought it would go well with the gingerbread cookie theme and the candy cane. So I took more of that Dollar Tree greenery, and I just used some jute to kind of tie a few sprigs together, just so I love doing that because it's something nice that the hot glue can hold on to the jute, and it's holding together the sprigs, and it holds everything together in place. So we are layering everything up over here in the left hand corner, and we're layering up some burlap and some lace ribbon, all from Dollar Tree. So that is what's going to be forming our bow. So the end bow does not look like this. I was trying out many different styles, and after I made this particular bow, I realized that the red was just way too red for this sign and it would not match. So, but this is normally what I like to do. I like to layer it and then I cinch it, and that's pretty much my process. But this is not the final bow that I go with. But after I cinch it, I just kind of fluff things out, and that's normally what I do. So I ended up going with more of a red and white striped, teeny tiny thin string. And I felt like that matched the candy canes a lot more. And then I definitely felt like something needed to cover up the fabric because it was not like a clean cut, so I just wanted to cover up those rough edges with some Dollar Tree ribbon. So here is the end result. Well, not quite. I decided to cut off the fabric on the sides because I realized there was too much. But here is the end result, and this is going to hopefully scare off some solicitors sweetly. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great week ahead. Let's keep in touch on Instagram. Follow me. Please subscribe. Please like this video if you haven't already. Thanks. Take care, you guys.